welcome to episode number 6 of the quest through Wasteland 2. So let's get the party into the central complex. Oh yes. Ooh. Right, so we need to go see this person here. Okay, a tall, dark woman with dark skin and high cheekbones. She wears a lab coat and has black hair pulled back in a no-nonsense bun, through which she has stuck a much chewed pen. She does not look happy to see you.
Rangers, where have you been?
Ms. Lawson, meet the new recruits. Recruits, meet Ms. Lawson.
Forget the friendly introductions, Angie. Wasn't the deal we made with the Rangers, we give you food, you give us protection? Well, your recruits are looking pretty goddamn well fed, but we've been up to our tits in killer tomatoes for 8 hours, and not a Ranger in sight.
You should take it from here, recruits. Learning to deal with angry citizens is part of the job.
Alright, okay. Let's have a look at this then.
You want to use our radio dish now. Can you see we're in the middle of a fucking crisis? Fuck you. Go find it yourselves.
Alright, excellent. What do you think of the Desert Rangers? Alright. Let's try it. Alright. That sure twist you up, but as far as that suppresses a wet fart. Kathy Larson and killer pumpkins and killer fruit flies. All of a sudden, all of our plants start going out of control, mutating, exploding, attacking my people. It's like they've gone rabid or something. Did you hear our distress call when we've been calling help forever? Matt. He's the man in the wheelchair at the monitor desk. Right. What went wrong with the plants? Rose thinks it was some sort of contamination in the fertilizer system. She also thinks it's deliberate sabotage. I hate to think that, but whatever it is, all our vegetables are growing out of control and mutating, and the insects too. They're enormous! Matt and Rose and I managed to get to safety, but the others! Well, we're here to help.
About time. Now listen, we think the mutations stem from contamination in our irrigation system. Unfortunately, the computer that operates the pumps seems to be malfunctioning and we can't shut it off remotely. Maybe its circuits are overloaded from all the alarms going off. The computer is down the corridor past the airlock behind us. I can open that lock, but if you're gonna do your job and rescue our guys, see Rose. She has the current override codes for the greenhouse airlocks. Either way, we'll lead you to the computer room eventually.
Right.
If you can get the computer working, you can shut down the pumps from there. If not, you'll have to go into the east and west fields and turn off the valves by hand. Now get going before any more of my people die. As if the rest of this craziness wasn't enough, the plants are also starting to explode.
Oh,
Get
great.
too close to one of those red pods and bam! Oh. Come to think of it, everyone who's changed into one of those pod people got blasted first. If I could get one of those pods to study, intact, I might be able to come up with a cure. You'll need to move slow and careful to get close to the pod without setting it off. If one of you greenhorns has a green thumb, that might come in handy too. I suppose a handful of fragments of pods, let's say 10, would do the trick, if you can't manage to collect a whole one.
Right.
If we don't find a cure, the infection will surge back and we'll all be dead.
Right. You think someone from the AG Centre is behind this? I hope not. I don't want to think that anyone here would do this. We're a happy family. We all want the same thing. We all want the same thing, to make the wasteland green again. Insects. How big are we talking? Tall, big fly as a bald eagle, and a stinger like a fucking scimitar. Marvellous. Rose. Rose is our best researcher. She's in our lab trying to find out what went wrong. But even if she figures it out, she's an old lady, and there's no way she can get in there to fix it. That's why we called the Rangers. Who else is in trouble? The researchers and the farmers. They're still out in the fields and greenhouse. We've been watching them die one by one on the monitors, while you putterballs have been off somewhere circle jerking each other. And for some of them, it's even been worse. Right, worse? You saw her, the thing that you met out front. She was one of my assistants. All of them were our people, and now they're, I don't know what they are. Pod people? Computer.
Sometimes I think that thing is more trouble than it's worth. It's supposed to automate all our irrigation and feeding, but it seems to be, like, on the fritz most of the time.
We have some yeah. We already have some pod fragments. Here they are. Okay, Beth has lost an exploding pod fragment. Logbook update. We'll come back to that. Lab. Tell me about the lab. Our research lab. We're experimenting with new breeds all down the hall to the east. What happened to the researchers? Those researchers were in the greenhouse mostly. A lot of the cameras were obscured by plant growth, so we don't know what happened to them. But there were terrible screams. What happened to the farmers? I've been watching them dying for hours. Sob, I know those men. They were good friends, and now they're gone. Tell us about the layout of the facility. The east and west greenhouses were to do most of our testing. Where we do most of our testing are in this building. The west field where we grow our fruits and veggies, and the east field is where we graze our animals, and quarters for the farmers are in the big enclosure on either side. They're probably all destroyed by now. You have a monitoring system? Yes. The whole place is rigged with cameras and intercom. Though the plants have wrecked it in place, it has been horrible seeing what's going on, but not being able to help. Okay, finally we got through all of this. Goodbye!
Yes, go. Do your job. I'll open the central airlocks for you now, but remember, we might have people trapped in the greenhouses, so talk to Rose for the door codes.
Okay. So we've finished all of that. Oh no, we're going to get some footage. With the west, north, and east. Alright, so let's try and get Rose. So I think she's through.
Rangers, hot dog. I knew you'd come.
Right, so I can move this round? No. Which one's moving? No. Oh, that's the one. Okay. That one. Okay, let's move you around here. I think. Oh, hang on. Is this the one?
Don't touch anything!
Alright. Don't look at that. Let's spin around. Can we spin you around? Yeah, alright, can. Ooh. Ah, hang on. Alright, so the door's actually open. Okay, come on. What I want to do is recruit this woman. Right, okay, so let's go. Ha! Ooh. So, a hunched grey-haired old lady with a face like a dried apple. She has a kindly smile but eyes as sharp as cobra fangs. Angela Death said, shiver. Rose, old scientist just gives me old science gives me the willies. Alright, okay, let's have a Rose also has a high-tech artificial hand and a revolver peeking out from under her lab coat.
Hello, Angela dear. Still as fearful and technophobic as ever, I see.
Okay.
After what I've been through, can you blame me? Robot arms make me nervous.
No shit.
Do you say the same to your old friend Gilbert? I understand he has a new leg now.
I hate that thing. I told him not to get it.
You would rather he was still lame?
Leave me alone.
Okay.
Sorry to be so brusque, children. Everything in this room is an experiment in progress, and not to be disturbed. Now, what can I do for you? I assume you're the help that Matthew and Catherine said was coming from the Ranger Citadel?
Okay, left hand.
Oh, that? I lost it in a gardening accident.
As you
A
do.
traveling doctor gave me the new one. Quite a gadget, isn't it? We at the Ag Center are constantly looking for newer, safer ways to improve crop yield and wholesomeness. This lab is where that experimentation takes place.
Oh.
He's our fearless leader, and a dear, dear boy. Things have really improved here since he took over. I hope that exploding pod didn't do him any lasting damage. We need him now more than ever. She's a bright young thing. I taught her all I know about plants and seeds, and she has gone on to outstrip me in every way. A sponge for knowledge. I hope she can figure out the root of this madness. It's got me stumped.
Ooh. Okay. What do you think of the Rangers? Right, try that one.
I know all about the Rangers. I've been around a long time, after all. I even remember when you took over the Citadel from its former occupants. Yes, I have the greenhouse code, but listen. I want to come with you. I need more samples if I'm going to make sense of this mess. If you let me come with you, I'll take you through the doors myself, and I can help you find your way around. And don't worry, I have a gun. I can take care of myself. What do you say?
Oh yes, come on.
Excellent. Let me just turn this burner off and I'll be all ready. We can stock up from my lab supplies if you'd like.
Okay, I think that is where we're going to leave it for this particular one.
It may look disorganized in here, but I know where everything is.
Marvellous, that's really, really good. So, what we are going to do is leave it here. So if you liked this material, comment, subscribe, and share. Oh yeah, don't forget to like as well. So, thank you very much for watching, and bye!